What's up guys, Charles here to do a Rocket Punch Army review. Today we have the Wukong WK-02 Lost Stage starting today. This figure is brought to us here today by tfdirect.com, so if you end up liking what you see, you can go ahead and check them out. This is the box, just showing you really quick. It's got some really nice artwork and very thick, right? Very nice box. And this is the actual vehicle mode here, which I wanted to show first, even though it does come in actual robot mode, right? And yes, this is a KO of the AD-08 Bumblebee. As you can see, it is a deluxe size figure. Here is the underwater scuba bat gear boomerang whatever version of Bumblebee. So you can see the size comparison, very similar. It's just slightly bigger than the standard Bumblebee Deluxe. We'll look down here. Pretty similar also on the bottom, but the molding is definitely sharper on this. Since this is based off a Takara release, which is normally made a little bit better, as you can see, it does have Takara style paint. I wish I had the original to compare, but I don't. So I'm just going to make this video based on the quality of this figure and overall impression, which so far is very positive. So you can see the panels all line up pretty well. When I first transformed it, I had a little issues just trying to get things together, but it was just my fault, just not having these arms done up the right way. As you can see, it does hold together very well. Nothing flappy on it, nothing loose. It's just overall very well executed. The car itself does roll rather well. Even though the bottoms are kind of almost touching the ground, it does not really hinder the rolling action. Now, obviously, the first thing that strikes you when looking at this is just the incredible paint job it has. Very, very nice. Not unlike something you'd see in a high-end Takara collectible. It looks like what it really is just a silver color with a candy yellow on top of it. And the way they sprayed it, in some areas it's a little darker than others. It kind of gives it that, like, different shades, kind of gives it like a not weathered look, but I don't know how to explain it, but there's certain areas that are a little darker than others. And I just love the way that looks, the way it's airbrushed on. Nothing in vehicle mode as far as quality and the way fitment is indicates to me right away that this is a KO. If it wasn't for the box letting me know this is a KO, I would never know. The quality is just really that good. But enough of vehicle mode. What I want to do now is really just get it into robot mode to show you Bumblebee. Since this was my first time transforming him into vehicle mode, this will be my first time on video getting him into robot mode. So we'll see how that goes. And this is a little more technical than the usual stuff I transform, so no cool little sequence with music or anything. But it's pretty straightforward. If you've transformed any movie type Bumblebees, it's pretty much the same thing. Just to a higher level of quality, I would say. And this unfolds pretty similar to all the other Bumblebees. Got to unlock these things on the side. And again, this is my first time doing it into robot mode ever. I don't think I'm doing too bad. This is the part right here where it gets a little, I wouldn't say tricky, it's actually pretty easy. You do have to fold the wheels out here before you bring the arms out. And you'll see you get the wheels down this way, almost flat against the door. You can pull the arms out like this, then spin these arm weapons here. That's one thing I forgot to do when I was first trying to transform. I couldn't get anything to line up, and it's because I didn't spin these around. It does come with instructions, but the way I am, I really don't read them all the time. Now, one of the tricky parts was getting the head through the top here, and I'm sorry if I keep going off camera. You got to bring up this little bit right here. It's like a little bib, and the head won't fit through there unless that's on a certain angle, which is a little weird to do. He's got to be looking off to one side, and even then it's kind of like a clearance issue. It's supposed to clear. While we're on the subject of the fitment of the head, I might as well show you this. It does come with the instructions, which are actually done in a nice paper. But what I'm talking about is right here. You can see it shows the head has to be on an angle to bring it through. Again, I didn't want to bother trying to just get it in there. It is really nice paint. I don't really want to mess it up. And the good thing is, so far, no evidence of chipping. But again, this is only my first time going from mode to the other. But I always have a little issue with that. So what I do, just not to even bother with that crap, I'm sure if you have a lot of patience, you can probably do it. Or maybe you see something I'm doing wrong. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just pop his head off. And that avoids having to mess around with that crap. Bring this down, pop the head back on, fold this up here, bring the arms out, just get them in the proper position. Get this little belly piece to tab into those little pegs there, Now for size comparison, here is the deluxe movie whatever Bumblebee. Notice it is a little larger scale, but then it does get a little weird when you start comparing it to the standard size deluxes we're getting lately. But then it gets really weird when it's pretty much roughly the same size as a Voyager. So I guess it's more like a deluxe size vehicle mode and like a hybrid deluxe Voyager type in robot mode. One of the other cool things I like about this figure is the fact that you can hide his face. We all know Bumblebee has a horrible face, especially on this toy. Can't even stand looking at this toy with that stupid face. This one's not so bad, but it still has that like kind of skeletonish look. So you can always cover it, and it looks much more badass that way, especially with all these weapons out. I don't know what else to say about this, guys, except that it's a very nice figure for the price. And as a matter of fact, it's a nice figure for even higher price than what it normally goes for. If you're interested, you can check out tfdirect.com using the link in the description to pick yourself one of these up. Even if you're not a big movie fan, if you like what you see here, I'm sure you'll be satisfied with it, and maybe you'll find a place in your collection for it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you want to support the channel, there's a link up here somewhere. Allows you to do that, so I can bring you more videos. And until next time, bye bye.